Greetings, Cancer. Cancer, my dear friend, welcome to Chronos Wears Pink. Now, Cancer, we're in Aries season, and as you know, Aries brings the fire and requires you to put your feet to the fire. So, we're going to find out, Cancer, are you ready for your spiritual stress test? Let's see. We're going to conduct the audit, okay? Now, we're going to get into these cards shortly. But as I was coming into your energy, I was feeling a lot of stuff. We have within the general vicinity of your energy is the tortoise spirit. You're determined. Your determination is bar none. Okay? Nobody's got that on you. And at the foundation is the squirrel spirit. You move so fast. People wonder sometimes, is it an apparition or did they really see and hear you? You're on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. It's almost like that rabbit as well. Oh, a rabbit. Okay. In the Wizard of Oz. You don't have time. Gotta go. Busy, 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 busy. You always have something to do. Okay, so we're going to do for the spiritual stress test, we're going to do a SWOT analysis. The strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So let's get into this, okay? And thank you for joining me. All right, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe too. Let's jump right on in. The rabbit spirit. Quick results, okay? So this is strength that represents earth, right? And we're asking, how do you use your internal strengths to capitalize on external opportunities and your finances? You move swiftly, okay? By the time most people found out about cryptocurrencies, you already knew about that 2 years ahead of time, okay? You're on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. So that's what sets you apart. Your competitive advantage is that you see trends before they occur. Okay. And so this allows you to realize your dreams and adapt to new situations with grace. When everybody else is trying to figure out, you're already an expert at it because you saw the trend. The writing was on the wall. The weaknesses for you, my dear, is an air energy. The questions, the things you need to think about. Okay. Internal communications, right? How do you strategize internally? Do you have contingency plans? Are you thinking outdated? Do you have outdated thinking, outdated expertise that requires some upskilling? What needs improvement? Stuff like that. And so for you, this actually came out upside down. So this imagination and what Spirit told me intuitively is that not that you lack imagination, but more that you need to, oh my gosh, memorialize it. I saw pen and paper and pad, a little old school, but still they want you to memorialize it because your mind is so swift and you think so quickly. You're thinking, years ahead of people. Spirit wants you to jot these things down. You might be a savant that has stuff everywhere. And Spirit wants you to remember, explore the various mysteries of your creativity and your inner uniqueness. Don't lose it because what you jot down 3 years ago might be relevant now. And there may be a gem in there that you can utilize to get you to the next level. So this is something that is a weakness, but it's also your greatest. I'm hearing book deals. Oh my goodness. So you may have a book deal that you may be, something turned into a made-for-TV movie too. Like I'm saying, that imagination of yours, next level, can make big money come through for you. Opportunities usually represented by fire, right? And what I want you to do is think about external trends, okay, that can assist you with getting into the driver's seat of your life and taking the required actions for things to happen for you. So the things that you may consider: societal changes, shifts that you can use to your advantage. AI, okay? Boomers retiring. See the need, fill the need, okay? It's one of those things that this movie, I think Robots with, it was an animation movie with Robin Williams and Hayden Christensen. My son loved that movie. But when he was young, and I always remembered see the need and fill the need, but it's one of those things. So purify your waters, dive, take a deep, deep dive. Make sure you heal and renew your waters so that when these opportunities come on board, you can jump right on in and feel the need. Like I said, you already have the ideas, okay? So make sure your waters are always purified so that you can quickly assess, oh, I worked on this. Man, that was 3 years ago. Man, that was a year and a half ago. I've got some intel on that too. I can spit this, add a little bit of this, and look at that. Your waters are purified, so they're not murky. So your judgment isn't clouded as to when this opportunity can hit you. Your threats, usually represented by the energy of water, the element of water. And so what this asks for us to think about is the negative external factors that are out of your control that you are allowing to poison your internal waters. That is your emotional undercurrents. Things to think about. Are you allowing the economy, technology, disruptions, disasters, instability to not only mitigate your spending, but mitigate your soul too? Shrinking your self-perception, giving up on your ascension, giving up on your destiny, giving up on your mission. And so what Spirit's wanting to remind you is that life with the chipmunk spirit, and forgive me here, I realized that I had two cards that were stuck together. I don't know if years ago I got something on them, but they got stuck together, and so I had to pull them apart. But life is an adventure. Okay, so all of these things are meant to gaslight you. It's a part of the game here that we call life that we play, right? Continue to see life as an adventure, okay? And use these things again to your advantage too, because what? You've already seen it. You already knew the shift was going to happen way before it happened. None of this is a surprise to you, right? Let's go ahead and get some tarot out here for you. Please clarify quick results for Cancer. Quick results for Cancer, please, and thank you, Spirit. One card, please. Quick results for Cancer. Woo! Cards are tight. Quick results for Cancer. Okay, we got 3 that came out, so I've got to take them since they touch the table. And we're going to lay them out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Maybe that's why it took so long. They're saving all 3 energies. And give me something on adventure, which represents water for Cancer. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. That's right. A divine gift. Outpouring. Look at that. The Sun. Look at this. And the 2 of Pentacles. You'll also always be making choices that are of the highest vibration. That is your energy. That is your energy all day, every day. Okay. You're not necessarily worried about what's going on with everybody else. You're too focused on your divine gifting and being in the right type of energy too. So the choices that you're making now affects everything that you do. Let's get all of these cards. Ooh, okay. So the Page of Swords. Somebody is trying to investigate what sets you apart and your competitive edge, and then be trying to say, horrible. See, they have their arrows ready to come out, or swords ready to put in that quiver to send your way about all of your quick results. They don't believe. Why is Cancer always good at this? Why do they excel at this better than anybody else? And Spirit just saying, because I got it. You got it like that. I'm hearing, I like it. But instead of I like it like that, you got it like that. That's how you are. That's how you are. And people can't stand it. And so they want to, come up, and talk, and yap their mouth and investigate and try to find things out about you. But whatever they're investigating with this sword energy, it can't touch you. Okay, so somebody wants to know the secret to your sauce. I don't know if whatever you're doing is really high, patent worthy. Protect your investment is what I'm going to say, because people are wanting the secret to your sauce. Look at that. They want the secret to your sauce before I even turned the card around. They want to be in your mind. Your mind is liquid gold. Do you hear me, Cancer? Your mind is liquid gold, okay? The way you think, that's the reason why Spirit told me before when I that you had to memorialize this. Okay, write everything down. Whatever you're putting to paper, whatever you're creating, it is from the gods. Literally, that's what I heard. Okay, you have an imagination that is bar none. You're here to do very big things. Okay, so you have expertise that's years in advance. You've researched, so you have all of these things. It's where you're, listen, this weakness is where your money's at. Okay, your weakness is always where your money's going to be at. Trust me on that. Okay, your opportunities, fire. Okay, and it says here the star, that so you're not going to be in your north node unless you purify the waters. Always make sure that your waters are not murky. Always make sure that your waters are purified, which for you means lots of spiritual baths, remaining hydrated, alkaline life, not too much acidic food. Okay, keep it, lots of, complex waters, which means you're going to use a lot of fruits that have their own juices in them in addition to alkaline water, so you're always vibing high. Lots of leafy greens at a high vibration too, and then you add to that your spiritual baths and purifying yourself too, and then you're in this north node energy. Honey, they can't touch you. When I tell you, you have a destiny that's so big, because whatever it is that you're here to do, it is a part of your destiny. You're here to really help society ascend with this mother spirit energy. The purified waters of the great mother is working with you as well too. And as we see here, they're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at you, honey. And Spirit's telling you, take on a chipmunk spirit. Life is an adventure. Okay, I'm hearing what goes around comes around. And so what people, what they don't understand is that they may be throwing out all of these things to the masses, right? And the masses all grab at that, but you realize this is all a part of the illusion. It's all a part of the dream. They keep, the breadcrumbing of the masses, and you see this is all a part of the big adventure. You look at it, you observe it for a second, and your little chipmunk energy and spirit, on to the next. And so ultimately, you understand that that's a part of the deal. You still get what? The big picture. You get the big picture. Here you have the sun at the foundation, the page of wands. That imagination is going like nobody's business. You will always make the best choice, the high vibration choice too. Now let's see, and you're determined. You've got the turquoise spirit there that's working with you. So what is the outcome? Oh, I thought it fell on the table. Enthusiasm. Look at that. You listen. You can't beat somebody who's enthusiastic. Completion and clarity. They can't mess with your mind. 999. You better shut up this time. 543. Okay. Nobody can touch thee. Okay. 8671. Like release. Always use the purifying waters to release as well too. Cleanse those energy. The clarity. You're quick, you're clear, you're concise, and you're enthusiastic. They can't touch you. You're approaching life with an optimistic attitude, given in the face of challenges. Even in the face of challenges, be excited about opportunities that lie ahead. Embrace them with open arms too. If you ask me, even though they said here to start him upside down, did you pass the spiritual stress test? Yes, you did. You know why? Because you never lost sight of your imagination, and that is the ultimate key. I love you, and I'll see you in the next audit. All the